Hey, what's good, guys? This is your boy Mo, coming back at y'all with a new video. I know it's been a long time since I made a update video or hair journey video, and to be honest, man, I've been really busy with training, trying to get this money up, man. School just came back, so back in school, trying to, get everything back into place. And it's just like, when your life is basically revolved around constant trials, tribulations, then constant things that you're trying to balance out, and then you got like I said, school, and I'm trying to train a lot, trying to get these muscles up, man. And I'm also coming out, like I have a new channel that I've been had this channel out, but that I'm actually trying to put a lot of like motivational videos. I'm trying to actually do what I really love to do, and that's motivate people, and that's to really have people feel or discover the energy that's within them and be able to animate it out to the universe or whatever the case may be. But so I've been trying to like prep for that, and I've been trying to take care of this crazy hair. Right now it's not fully picked out or whatever. I just like woke up, about to go head out, get some food for the house and stuff like that. Gotta eat. And like it's crazy right now. The fro is crazy big. It's much more bigger than this. I just didn't fully pick it out yet. I also been hearing a lot, seeing a lot of comments on my page talking about how Middle Picks is bad. Well, I'm trying to figure out, how is that bad? If anybody has any, information on how Middle Picks are bad for your hair, let me know. But the reason why I use it is because, well, plastic picks, it's kind of really hard to pick my hair with plastic picks because it's so much more weaker than the metal pick. Aside from that, the metal pick also has an elongated, it's very elongated, it's very long as well, and it's metal, so it's much more durable than plastic. So my hair is much more denser and much more, it's much more like, it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? So trying to use a plastic pick, especially the one like it's just like this big, and then trying to pick it up, whatever the case may be, it's very difficult to pick my hair with that, but I use it time from time. I have a specific plastic pick that I use in order to pick my hair. But right now, this hair is crazy. I'm finally able to like ponytail it. The ponytail is so much more bigger, it like hangs down from the from right here, from the back, going a little bit longer in the center of the back. If you know anything about the body's anatomy, it's right below the rhomboids, which is right here in between your back. You know what I'm saying? Right here on the upper part in between your back. But so it goes down there, and the hair, it stops from right here when it's blow dried. And yes, I did blow dry my hair and flattened it, like flat ironed it one time. I didn't do it for like, I guess 3 months after that, but the hair was right here. So the hair is very long. Right now, I just got out of the shower, so of course, from the water and stuff like that, the hair, of course, when it's exposed to water, especially Afro and African American hair, it tends to curl up and coil up, and you actually lose some of the size that naturally comes, with the hair when it's naturally picked out or when it's naturally, elongated. But aside from all the, talking, I digress. I wanted to basically give you an update. Well, like I said, dealing with your hair is a trial and tribulation. And I've also come to the point where I wanted to cut this hair off. It's been about 2 years and July, August, and 5 months. So it's been like 2 years and 5 months since I've been growing this hair out. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I see why a lot of the greats, like DMAC version 1, the Artistic Gemini, I see why a lot of like those two specifically cut their hair off. Is because this gets very tiring. It gets very, very, very tedious, and a lot of people cannot deal with such a process because they start to see the breakage, they start to see dead hairs, they start to see split ends. Their hair is much more harder to pick. They don't see immediate growth. There's a lot of factors that would deviate a person from actually growing their hair. But as I see it, just like how I train, when you're doing something and you're constantly committing yourself to actually having that objective being met, you see the results that you want to, no matter how bad the pain is, and no matter how bad it may seem in the time being in which you are currently dealing with it. So there was only one instance where I felt like I should cut my hair, and that was when I first started seeing the breakage, when it was first really hard to just truly deal with, but I progressed forward. And you know why? Because my determination and my stubborn qualities that I possess, and the way that I enrich my mind, the way that I go about in my life, the way that I lift my weights, the way that I eat, the way that I go out and do the things that I do, the way I wake up in the morning, is all revolved around the dedication that I possess within myself in order to get to the next step. And the bigger picture is always missing the beauty, the aesthetic around it when it's only focused on one point, the focal point. If you've been in art, you know what I'm talking about, the focal point. Everybody looks at the focal point. Everybody says, oh, I want my hair to be this specifically long and I wanted to do that, but it's just so hard. They look at the focal point, but they don't see the actual bigger picture. They don't see the design around it. They don't see the little intricacies and the accessories that's been added into the picture. They just see the end result. They just see what they want to see. They don't see what comes with it. With that beautiful big picture, it wasn't just one dot that made the picture beautiful. What made that picture beautiful was the beautiful designs around it. And what I mean by that, and that analogy, is basically the beautiful lines around growing your hair is basically the trials and tribulations, the buying the oils, the buying the lotions, the picking it out, to cutting the split ends, to go getting it treated, to washing it, taking care of it, conditioning it. Those right there are the little beautiful parts, because then you go back into those times and you remember when you were struggling trying to pick that hair. You remember when you were struggling trying to wash it out and it's all over the place and that's gotten too long, so now you're trying to get this side and then you're trying to get this side, and then you remember the pain that you felt when you would try to measure your hair and you would take a piece of your hair and it wasn't up to the length, and then you're just looking at the time like, oh, a couple months went by and you're hating your genetics and you're hating the growth that you're getting, and you think that you're doing something wrong, obviously, because you're not getting to where you want to be. But to get to where you want to be, you must enjoy the journey, even if it's tedious, even if it's very hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm not only here to motivate you, but I also want you to understand that my hair is like beyond what it is right now. It's a little coiled up because it's wet, but beyond this, it is very long, and I love the growth that I have attained through such hard work, dedication, and tribulation, and trial and error, and actually going through the necessary steps to get here. And it feels great, but I'm still not at my goal, and I'm still striving to attain it. And trust me, this has gotten much harder. You know what I'm saying? Is no bubble coming up? No, okay. So this has really gotten so much more harder for me to do. Especially now, since it's longer, it's much more harder to deal with. It's much more work required in order to have my hair the way I want it. And sometimes, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, we all have our downfalls, and sometimes we all have our little lazy parts. So sometimes, like, I just go in the shower, I just wet it up, especially if I'm on a run. I pick it out real quick, throw it in a ponytail, and I'm out. Reason why is because now when you live in a fast-paced lifestyle, you don't really have time to actually nurture it, cater for it, and actually give it the attention that it needs in order to have it naturally assess to and naturally heal it, and naturally have the hair to a place in which it is beautifully taken care of, or the way that you want it. So sometimes you're going to do stuff that you're really not supposed to be doing. Sometimes you really got to sit down and take care of your hair. Sometimes you got to actually go and treat it and do the things that you have to do, hot oil treatments, whatever that you have to do, conditioning, everything, twists, braids, whatever. You have to do that. And there's sometimes when you don't want to, and sometimes you just want to do that quick, wrap it up and just go. But remember, how did you get here? How did you get here? You got here by taking care of it. You got here by nurturing the way it had to be nurtured in order to get to the growth that you have. Never stop doing what you did before to get to where you're trying to go, even if it's the next step. Never stop nurturing your hair, or never stop nurturing yourself the way you did before to get to the step that you have finally reached. Never stop doing that. because those are the steps that got you to the next level, to got you to the place that you enjoy and you feel so much compassion about and so much happiness about. Now, don't get complacent, don't get all lazy with it. You keep doing the things that you did before that got you to this step, to get you even beyond that, because you remain with integrity, you remain with the individual that you came into the game with, and you remain which basically means you remain yourself, and at the same time remaining yourself, you also become a better person because you learn. And you learn, even by looking from in the past, that that step that you took to get here was the one that inevitably got you this beautiful hair or whatever thing in your life. So I know it's probably awkwardly said, you're always rambling, whatever, but I'm just here to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? I could do wash updates and stuff like that, but it's like my life is a little too busy right now. So here and there, I got to keep motivating you. I got to keep showing you the growth. I got to keep showing you how I'm progressing throughout my hair journey videos. Because if I don't, then how will you know that your hard work will pay off if I'm not a shining example of that? No egos here. I'm just here to help you. I'm fully submitting myself to being the catalyst or the conduit to which you receive whatever that you want to attain, especially when it comes to your hair goals. But this doesn't only revolve around growing your hair. This also revolves around your life. So whatever that you're trying to attain in life, do it. So sorry for the long talk. I'll just like to keep people motivated. But the new things that I did pick up lately was some olive oil moisturizing growth lotion. This smells really good and it's been doing wonders for my hair. My brother loves when I say that. It does really good wonders for your hair. Gives you a nice, good conditioning feel. It's an organic conditioning treatment, so you're not gonna find any unorganic or anything that you really got to worry about. The only thing that I truly do worry about is the alcohol in here. But if you use this in moderation. But anything that has a negative effect, you want to use it, like, even if it's just a little bit, use it in moderation. Even the good stuff, use it in moderation, because moderation really, helps you assess everything that you need to assess and put you in a place where you are much more balanced and not overindulging and having negative effects in result. Of course, I got this again, carrot tea tree oil. Had to restock up on this therapy. If you see my other hair journey videos, you already know the effects of that. And the same thing goes for the olive clove oil therapy. I'll take this off real quick. I don't want to hold you up no more. I already tore your ears off. The olive clove, see, you make mistakes too. That's a whole part of life. Olive and clove oil therapy treatment as well helps stop hair dryness, relieves itchy scalp, and flaking, strengthens and repairs hair. Something that I like to use, but I use these interchangeably. Sometimes I use the carrot oil by itself, the olive oil the olive oil moisturizing lotion by itself, or the olive and clove oil by itself. Or I also use the Dew Grow that I also have. I don't know if I showed you it. I'll be right back. Yeah, the stimulating growth oil. I put this on my scalp because sometimes my scalp get really itchy. So this is really good to have in your scalp, especially when it's dry and you have a naturally dry scalp and it flakes a lot. So I definitely recommend this. And it's also really good for growth. But like I said, products do not give you growth. The using of products actually helps you attain the growth that you are supposed to have naturally. You know what I'm saying? So you can't put nothing magic in your hair and expect it to grow. You know what I'm saying? Your hair can grow by dirt alone. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to do that too many times because it's itchy, it's flaky, it's not really healthy, and it's not a really good aesthetic appealing look to your hair. You don't want to go out with no dirty hair, but facts still remain. But personally, I like to use oils and stuff like that to keep my hair nourished and looking good. But, this is your boy Mo. It was good, making the video again. I'm sorry if it was too long. Like I said, I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to keep you going. Keep your head journey strong, man. If there's any questions that you have, hit me up on Instagram. A lot of people are doing that. Just DM me on Instagram. And yeah, so I'm out. Peace.